into our standing position. Bringing our feet underneath our hips, bringing our hands down by our side, tucking our chin in, and we're going to think about breathing into the lower part of our stomach. So we're breathing out, and then as we breathe in, we just want to feel the stomach move. We don't want to feel the chest move. So you can always place your hands in two different places, and as you breathe in, you should feel the stomach come right out. Let it come out. As you breathe out, it should come in. Letting the stomach relax as the air comes into it. Breathing out. Pulling it back in. So we're closing our eyes and just trying to fill up the lower part of the stomach. And we don't worry if we haven't got a stick or anything now, it doesn't matter. We can do everything without it anyway. We're still keeping that breathing into them lower parts of the body going, but we're going to let our neck drop forward. Bringing our head back to centre, and we're going to take it back, lifting the chin up, still breathing right down into the bottom of the lungs. And then bring the head back to centre. So we're going to tuck the chin and we're going to bring the ear towards the shoulder. Again, focusing the breath right down into the lower part. Try and make the out breath a little bit longer than the in breath. Bringing the head back to centre. Let's take it over the other side. And bringing it back up. And let's turn and look over the shoulders. Still focusing right down into that bottom lung. And bringing the head back to centre. And round the other side. Lovely. So, give yourself a little shake. Grab your stick, or you can grab the band. And if the band, you're going to pull it really tight so that it's pulling out like that. And you're holding it as far apart as you can, but you're pulling with the hands. So, holding the hands out as far as we can so that they're a little bit wider than the shoulders. We're reaching over to the side. We're going to breathe in and lift. And breathe out, take it over the other side. We're trying to keep the body nice and straight. Breathe in, lift. Take it over the other side. And we're going to do one more on each side. Still holding it up, we're going to twist. Breathing out as we reach the back. Breathing in as we're turning. Breathing out. And it's our last one on this side. bring it back. Take the arms down. So we're moving the arms side to side, just letting them slide along, trying to keep the same length. That's it. Just sliding it, trying to get the arm to go straight as we can. This is kind of a flossing for the shoulders. So we're going to bring it to center, bring the arms out, lift them up, pull them back as far as they can go. And then bring them back over. Let's try again. Lift them up, taking it back, keeping them arms nice and straight. And lift it back over. Let's try one more. Bringing it back all the way over. Lovely. So from here, we're taking it behind. We're going to go forward and lift it up, lift it over our head. Then lift ourselves back up. And let's go again. Lifting it up, taking ourselves down, trying to bring that over as much as we can. And breathing in to lift. Let's go one more. Breathe out. Pull it over. Lovely. And bring it back. Undo, take your hands out. Keep hold, don't send that far away. We will be using it later. So we're going to take it down into our legs. Bringing your weight onto one foot, you're swinging the leg forwards and backwards. And last one, bringing it down, move the weight over. Bring the weight onto the other side. Bring the foot backwards and forwards. And change sides. Let's bring it across the body and out to the side, and we're going to finish with pulling the leg up into tree pose. Bring it up. Hold it if you have to. Push the knee away. Bring everything in, try and lift them arms up if you can. If you can't, don't worry. And then bring it back down. Remember, stick your bum against the stairs if you need to. So here we go. Taking it out and across the side. So it can be against the wall. Hold on if you need to. It's more about working the hip rather than the balance. So don't worry about the balance. Oop. I've lost mine now. And then bringing it up. Either hold it, lift one arm up if it won't stay, bend the knee, stick your bum against the wall, stick yourself any way you can. She says and falls over. And then bringing it back down. Give yourself a little shake. Where am I going? Oh, no, I want to go. So, we're taking it down into our tiptoes and bringing ourselves up onto our tiptoes. Bring the feet either together or have them apart so in line with your hips. Turn your palms round so they're going back. Bring them up. Reach them to the ceiling. Imagine you're being pulled up, first by your fingers, then by your wrists, then your elbows start to go a little, then your shoulders go a bit, then your ribs start to open, the waist starts to stretch, the hips start to stretch, the knees stretch, and then lastly, the heels lift off the floor. And then we're bringing ourselves back down. Let's go again. So lifting them arms, pulling the shoulders back, lifting up. Feel the stretch from the fingers, the wrists, the elbows, shoulders, neck, waist, hips, knees, then heels. And bring it back down. Lovely. Give yourself a little shake. Let's go into sun salutation. So bringing yourself to the front of your mat. Have your knees in line with your hips. Feet facing forward. Weight distributed right round the foot. Tighten up the front thighs, the inner thighs, the back thigh, the side thigh, the pelvic floor. The abdominal muscles, the shoulders back and down, the chin tucked in, the hands together in prayer. Squeeze the hands together. Think about what you want. Close your eyes if you can. So we're going to breathe in, lifting the arms up, reaching back. As we breathe out, take the hands to the floor, either straight legged or bent leg into a forward bend. We're going to breathe in and lift to a half bend, shoulders pulling back, chin tucked in. Step back with your right foot, lift up to warrior lunge. Pushing the knees down, reaching the hand back. Remember, drop your knee if you need to. Take the hands down, step back to down dog. Come up onto your tiptoes, roll forward into plank. Bend the elbows, bring the chest to the floor, roll the shoulders back. Lift into cobra or sphinx or up dog, whichever you prefer. Lovely, I can see you can't see me. Push back to down dog. Lift that left foot up in the air, bend the knee towards the ceiling so that you get a nice twist and stretch through the body. And then swing that leg through your hands. Breathe in, lift into that warrior lunge. Bring the hands back down, step back into a forward bend. Bend the knees, stretch the arms, breathe in, lift up. And we drop that down. So we're breathing out, going forward. Breathing in, coming up into that half bend. Chin tucked in, neck long. Breathing out, stepping back. Dropping the hips and breathing in to lift to warrior lunge. Remember that knee can be down if you feel you need to. Taking the hands down. Push through the fingers. Don't collapse into the wrists. Push back, chest towards the thighs, heels towards the floor. Up onto the tiptoes. And then rolling out into plank. Front of the arms facing forwards. Bend the elbows. Lift up. Shoulders back. Chin lifting out of the head. Step back to down dog. Lifting that right foot up in the air. Push the heel of the left foot down. Twist the body. Swing the leg through the hands. Drop the hips. Lift the arms. Bringing the hands down, step in to a forward bend. Bend the knees, breathe in. Lift up, reach back. Hands together. Breathe out. Lovely. So I'm going to keep the camera here because I'm coming down so you'll be able to see my legs rather. We're going into a forward bend. So we're going to, from here, pushing our belly in. Now if you want, as you're breathing out, get your hand and try and push your belly backwards. And you'll find you might be able to go a little bit further down. When you've gone as far as you can, now your hands don't have to touch the floor, but I want your knees straight but not locked. So a slight little bend in a micro bend, but you're going to grab hold of the back of your legs no matter where you are. So again, it's not on the floor. And as you breathe out, you're pulling yourself in towards your legs. Now to come out, we're going to let the arms drop. We're going to bend the knees. We're going to look forward. And then we can push ourselves up using our bum muscle. So we're going to go down again. We're going to, again, if we can, as we breathe out, push the belly in. Go forward. Then you can let go of the belly. It'll go wherever it wants to go. Grab hold of the back of the legs. Breathing out, pulling yourself in. Feel that stretch through that lower back. You're sitting all day. This is beautiful stretch. So bend the knees, lift the head, push up. Let's do that one more time. Breathing out, pushing the belly in, going forward, grabbing the legs, pulling in. And again, bend the knees, lift the head, lift up. Lovely. So grab hold of your stick again, or your band, whatever you've got with you. Now, you're bringing it down so it's kind of sitting on your shoulders. So again, the same with your band, it's going behind and it's sitting on your shoulders. Take your legs slightly wider than your hips and have your feet facing forward. You're going to bring your left hand down towards your right, yours is going to go the other way. So you're going towards your right, hand is going towards your left. So you're going down and lifting up. So you're going the opposite way, down, reaching down and lifting back up. Now with our sticks we can always bring our hands over the top and rest ours like that on top if we wanted to, if you can. So again you're going to the opposite side and lifting up. And this is working through the thoracic part, so right through the ribs and making the ribs move. So let's go to the other side, pushing down and bringing it back up. So also again, if you suffer with coming forward on your shoulders by using the stick, it pulls you back. You've got no choice. Let's go again. 4, 5, 6, 7, we're going to do 8, and our last one, 8. And with it, you should feel it. You can let your arms out. You can give your hands a little relax. Give your shoulders a roll. We are going to use it again. So like I said, this is working this area. Most of the time we turn from our waist. We very rarely turn from our thoracic, from our chest side. But it makes our shoulders and makes all the areas of the ribs start to work a little bit more. So we're going to do straight leg triangle, but with our stick. So again, it can be here, or you can pull it out and hold it behind your neck. You're turning your foot out, but you're keeping your hip facing forward. You're reaching over and taking it down, looking up. Now this is the equivalent of being against the wall, but I haven't got a wall, so we have to use kind of whatever we've got. And we're bringing it back up. And we're going to turn the foot in. We're going to do the other side. I'm going to drop the camera so that you can see my feet. Just in case you're thinking, what was she doing with her feet? So the feet are facing forward. We're turning it out. We're reaching over. We're going down. Keep making sure that we're twisting. We don't want to twist round. We want to keep facing down. You'll feel that stretch. It should be lovely. Come back up and bring it in. Let's do it on the other side. So turn the foot, reach over, bring it down. Oh, you got a stick. Go, go. You'll feel it's much nicer with the stick. It kind of holds you in that twist. It's as if we're opening, like when they have a can of sardines and you twist it. It's similar to that with your spine. It's bringing it back up. And let's try the other side. So turning the foot, reach over, take it down. It still feels that twist, even though we're not lifting them arms anywhere. We'll feel it right through the shoulders, right through the chest. And bring it back. Undo. Give your shoulders a shake. So we're going to do the same thing with our feet. but we're going to take it into the twist. So again, we're working the thoracic part of the spine. So bringing it over. Turn the toes out, turn the body round. You're leaning forward and then you're going to rotate towards the back, towards that leg, and you'll feel that straight away. It's completely different from taking our hand to the floor. You'll feel the ribs are like, no, I'm not used to this, I'm not going. The shoulders are thinking, oh, that's a bit weird. We're going to bring it back to centre, and we're lifting ourselves up, and we're turning ourselves back. So we're turning the foot. I'm going to do it sideways so that I can watch. Turn the foot, turn the body, making sure the hips are facing forward. Lean forward, and then rotate towards the leg. So you're rotating towards your leg. You're bringing the opposite hand to the floor in a twist. That's it. That's it. Bring it back to centre. Lift. Bring yourself back to centre. Again, if you want to, undo them arms. Give them a shake. We're going to do it one more time. I'm going to drop the camera so you can see my feet. But we're having our hands in the exact same place. Turning the foot out. Turning the body round to meet it. Reaching forward. Twisting towards the leg. Bring it back to centre. Lift. Bring everything back round. Last one. Turn the foot, turn the body. Lean forward. Rotate to the back. Bring it back to centre. Lift. Rotate it. Undo them arms. Give yourself a little shake. Rotate them arms backwards and forwards. You can now put that down. We are not doing any more of that. We're going to bring ourselves down to the floor. So again, you can go into a forward bend. Jump back to down dog. Push back. As soon as you push back into that dog, you'll be like, oh, that's lush for my shoulders. And then you can bring yourself down. Push back to child. Keep the fingers down. Push the bum down again. You'll feel that stretch for the shoulders. Let the head drop down. And then if we bring ourselves onto our hands and knees. So we're going to do thread the needle with a twist. So you're bringing the hand under. Then you're breathing in and lifting. Bringing it under. And lifting. Let's do one more. And again, this is working that thoracic area again. Bring that hand down. Let's try the other side. So pushing the hand under, bringing the shoulder down. You'll feel that stretch through the shoulder. Bringing it up. You'll feel the stretch through the chest. Working again round the ribs. Breathing out, going under. Breathing in, coming back up. Last one. Under. And back up. So, we've done that one, we're okay. Let's see if we can make it a little bit harder by taking it into a bit of a leg lift. So we're doing our right hand, we're going to lift our left leg off the floor, as if we're going into tiger. But unlike tiger, instead of just taking the hand out, we're going to bring it under, and we're going to rotate out, exactly what we've just been doing, but with our leg lifted. Taking it under, and lifting, and you'll feel that starts to work that lower back, and it starts to work the muscles round the back of our spine. Let's do one more on this side. Was that 4? And bring it down, the hand down, bring the knee back in. Oh, I know, it's a killer, isn't it? Lovely for your waist though. So, take out the other leg. Take out the hand. You're going into tiger, but now we're taking it under the body, stretching under. Breathing in to lift. Breathing out to go under. Breathing in to lift. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Bring it down. If you want, push back to child. Have a rest. Turn the palms over. Let the shoulders and head relax. So we're going to bring ourselves up, and we're going to take ourselves into puppy dog. Now, puppy dog I know is not nice, and I know there's a lot of people that don't particularly like it, sorry. You can do it if you've got a wall. I'm going to bring the camera up a second so that you can see what I'm doing against the wall. So you can do it against the wall if you prefer, and it's a little bit easier against the wall than it is on the floor. So against the wall, you place your hands against the wall, then you bring your chin up and try and place your chest against the wall, and then you walk your feet backwards. But try to keep your boobs against the wall. So that's an easier version of it. If you find that it's too hard, that on the floor is just too much of a killer, it hurts your back too much, you don't like it, then do the standing version against the wall. It doesn't matter which one you do. They're both going to stretch and open up the chest and work the lower back. So instead of the lower back being here and us being kind of here all day, the 8 hours on the computer with our head down, this physically, purposefully pushes you in the opposite direction. But there's not much you can do in it. So if you're doing it on the floor, you're coming from your from a child position, reaching the hands forward, lifting the chin, putting the chin down, then the chest goes down, and you're just kind of staying here, trying to walk the knees a little bit closer, whereas if you're up on the thingy, the wall, you walk out a bit. But you're just breathing here. When you're ready to come out, if you're on the floor, you might find that sliding straight and letting your head come down will be fine. If you're against the wall, walk your bum in towards the wall. Slide yourself up, and again, tuck your chin in so that your head's against the wall. From here, if you're on the floor, slide your arms back so they're under your shoulders, and then lift up, push back to all fours. So again, it's not that back doing the work, it's the arms. So we're going to go again, one more time, body loves it the second time. So again, any position you want. If you want to be by the wall, do the wall. Do whatever feels better for you. From but down leg. Reach the hands forward, stick the chin up. Bring the body down. Bring the knees in as close as you can to your body. And again, let the body go straight. Tuck the chin in, let the top of the head rest on the floor. Slide the hands in. Push back to all fours. Okay, so we're going to take it from here into half splits. And also working the back of the leg. So we're bringing our foot forward. We can wiggle it so that we're kind of going into a monkey position. But then we're going to bend the front knee to let the hip drop down. And then straighten the front leg, pulling the toes back, letting the head go down. And we're going between the two, backwards and forwards. So we're going into a straddle position and then into a half splits. Straddle and half splits. And this is working the backs of them knees and the front of the thigh on the other side. So it's working the legs in two opposite directions. So we're going to pull that leg back in and let's try the other side. So bringing it through, see if you can wiggle it a bit further forward, don't worry if you can't. Make sure the knee's down on the back. You're letting your head drop, but then you're bending the knee, pushing the foot flat, letting that other hip drop down. You're pulling the foot back, pulling the toes up, straightening the front leg, letting the head drop. And then reversing it. Pulling it back. And reverse it. At any time you feel that you can move any of these legs, you can move them. But you're trying to get the foot to go down at the front so that you can feel the stretch on the other side. And then let's pull that leg back. One more time, second time's always the best. So again, moving that leg forward. Bringing the head down. Straightening the foot, bending that knee, pushing this hip towards the floor. Pulling the leg back. Pushing the hip down. Pulling the leg back, pushing the hip down. Pull the leg back and then pull it all the way. Last one. Bring it out, wiggle it. Get it to the point where you think that's it, can't go no further. Head goes down. Bend the knee, push the hip down. Straighten the knee, pull the foot back, let the head drop. Push the foot down, bend the knee, drop the hip. Pull the foot back, drop the head. Push the foot down, drop the hip. Pull the foot back and pull it all the way back. Lovely. So, from here, from hands and knees, we're going to bring ourselves into pigeon pose. Bring the knee between the hands. let that other foot go back, but keep the foot flat down on the floor. You will eventually have to lift it, so you want to make sure that it's not on the side and going out, that it's up. So from here, you can lift up, and then you're letting your chest drop down. If you want, you can rest your head in your fist, or you can let your head drop down to the floor, wherever it feels more natural, where it wants to go. Now you're breathing. As you're breathing, you'll feel that you're pushing into one leg. So you're trying to breathe more into that lung where you're pushing. As the time you're breathing, you're pushing the lung right down into the leg. So it's massaging, yeah. Might have to move your boobs out of the way. Fling them back, fling it. We need one of them lift and part them. Put one over each side of the leg. Then you're resting on your breastbone. And then we're going to lift up, bring them hands underneath our shoulders, tuck your toes at the back. You're going to push into down dog. Push the knee back and you'll feel that blood rushing down into the knees, into the ankles. Pull the opposite knee in, bring it in between the hands, slide that leg back, lift up. Again, let the body just drop down. Let the head drop if it wants to go to the floor. If not, bring your fists underneath, put a block underneath, anything you want. But make sure that back leg's flat down, it's not rolled over to the side. Again, bringing them hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift, push back to down dog. So we're going to try and bring our footing a little bit squarer. We're tightening it up as if we're going to take it into a figure 4, but we're bringing it onto the floor and we're trying to bring our body down. We're taking it out as much as we can. Now, if you feel you have to, you can always pad underneath, put something underneath the bum at the back. So I'm going to turn backwards. Oh, where's my block? So it may be that when you're here, this bum cheek's right up in the air. You might find that you might want to place a block underneath, and that way it'll keep the hips nice and straight, so then they're not going down on the side, so you're not getting a pinch here. You want to be as straight as possible. So if you've got a cushion or anything, you can always just slide it under your bum to try and get them hips to stay nice and square. This foot, again, you're trying to bring it out as much as possible, but keep that back leg. You don't want it rolling over, you still want it down. You're again going to let your body drop down. We're bringing them hands underneath the shoulders if they weren't there. Lifting ourselves back up. Tucking that toe. Lifting back to down dog. Now I might need that. Don't throw that away too far. So again, bringing the foot in as if we're taking it into a figure 4, but we're sliding it onto the floor. We're making sure that back leg's down. We're adjusting that. If we need to, sticking something underneath that bum cheek to keep them hips nice and straight. Pulling this foot round as much as we can. And again going down. Letting the head drop. Reach the arms out. This is one of the best exercises that you can do if you've got sciatica or if you're suffering from lower back problems. And as always, I'm going to finish with a fun one, which is mermaid, but you don't have to do it and you can just stay doing this. This is a beautiful, beautiful exercise. Really beautiful stretch for the whole of the body. So even staying here is perfect. Again, we're going to bring ourselves up. Tuck our toe. Lift back to down dog. So, like I said, you can go back into that. So lifting the foot up, bringing it between your arms. Now, if you can, holding yourself here, try lifting that back knee off the floor. You may be able to reach round and grab the foot and pull it in. And you'll feel that it'll give that front leg a nice stretch. And then we're going to take it down. We're going to push back. And we can try the other leg. So lifting it up, pull it in, sit yourself down, lift it, reach back, grab hold, give that leg a pull. Let's bring it back. Changing sides. Reaching back. Then seeing if you can get it into the elbow. And reaching the other hand over. Don't worry. Stick with just doing the leg. I'll try the other side. As you see, I've dropped myself down. Bring the leg in. Yeah. Can't do it this side. Pulling out. Always bring yourself back into down dog. Give your legs a little walk. Give your bum a little shake. Give your shoulders a little shake. Nod with your head. Say no. And then bring yourself back down. Bring yourself onto your butt. Take the feet out. Breathe out, just leaning forward and rolling back. Breathing out and rolling back. as you're going back. And then from here, we're going to roll all the way down. Let the body relax. Cover yourself over. Think about that breathing into the lower belly. Think about when you see a baby breathing, they just let that belly pop out as they're breathing in. But we don't like our belly being shown, so we tend to keep the belly in and we breathe more into the chest. But nobody's watching, you're upside down, so let your belly free. As you breathe in, let it fill all the way around. As you're breathing out, pull it in, tighten up your pelvic floor. So again, pulling right at the bottom, at the back and the front. But as you're breathing in, let the pelvic floor, let that relax. Let everything relax. Try to make the out breath a little bit longer than the in breath. Check the body to make sure that there's no tightness, nothing gripping. And just let your body relax down. nice and relaxed. Start to feel the movement through the fingers and the toes. Feel the movement into the ankles and into the wrists, into the knees and into the elbows, into the hips and the shoulders, into the chest and the back, and into the neck and into the head. Take the arms above the head, and as you breathe in, stretch the feet in one direction, stretch the fingers in the other. And as you breathe out, let the body relax. Big breath in again, reaching one arm and then the other. Feel them side ribs open. And again, when you need to breathe out, relax. Pull the knees up towards the chest and roll them round in a circle. Feeling the massage and effect on that lower back. And then taking it in the opposite direction. Roll yourself over onto your side. Stay there. Make sure that you feel okay. And when you feel okay, you can bring yourself up to seated. Thank you for joining. It's good. Finish it there.